pivotal moment in our nation's history, immortalized forever by the beauty, eloquence, and searing truth of Dr. King's speech, "I Have a Dream." But the lasting power of the March on Washington wasn't about a single speech. It wasn't about a single day. It was about a movement that brought thousands of women, men, and young people from all walks of life together in solidarity to demonstrate their support for freedom and basic human rights. Not just one time, but time and time again. This, my friends, is why I am so honored to stand with you today, because you have stood up time and time again. You have participated in civil disobedience, joined hands on Moral Mondays, and come out every single time we ask you to rally. You've let our champions know that we have their backs. Champions like our Orange County delegation, Senator Ellie Kinnaird, Representative Frela Insko, and Representative Valerie Fushi. And friends, because I saw you in the halls of the legislature, on the sidewalks in front of the legislative building, and on the streets in front of the governor's mansion, I want to thank you in particular for the extraordinary fight you helped wage this session to protect women's health and women's lives. Many of you will remember this past July 4th week when legislative leaders thought no one was paying attention. They took a bill that had nothing to do with health care, filled it with restrictions on safe and legal abortion, and rammed it through a committee and onto the Senate floor in one afternoon. They thought no one was watching, but they were wrong. With only 12 hours notice, you and 600 other women's health advocates like you took the legislature by storm. You filled the Senate gallery, spilling out onto the streets in front of the legislative building, and you stood strong. Not just one time, but time and time again. Even when they held meetings, as they did repeatedly, with no public notice, hundreds of you came as soon as you saw a tweet. You made clear time and time again that North Carolinians believe a woman has the right to make deeply personal health decisions. You made clear that North Carolinians understand the decision to adopt, raise a child, or end a pregnancy is best left to a woman, her family, her faith, and not her North Carolina legislature. And friends, you made crystal clear to Governor McCrory that we will hold him accountable for breaking his promise to women by signing into law sweeping restrictions on access to safe and legal abortion. From day one to the final wee hours of this legislative session, the majority in charge, with the governor's full consent, has done everything in their power to strip North Carolinians of basic civil rights and freedoms we fought and won over the last half-century. Together, they denied health coverage through Medicaid expansion to 500,000 uninsured North Carolinians. Together, they stripped city and county employees of reproductive health coverage despite the courageous protests from local elected officials like Mayor Kleinschmidt and Mayor Chilton. Together, and Governor McCrory wasted no time signing it into law. But let me tell you why they did what they did at the end of the session, using underhanded secret tactics, despite having a majority that could have passed anything they wanted to in the light of day. Let me tell you why they're trying to strip young people, especially college students, of their voting rights. It's because they know, like we do, that they are fighting against a tide of change. They are fighting against a North Carolina more diverse, more committed to social justice, more together than ever before. Yes. They may have a supermajority in the legislature, but we have a supermajority of North Carolinians on our side. We will not go back to a time when safe and legal health care and voting rights are reserved for the privileged few. Together, time and again, we will lift up our voices to say, forward together!